Okay, today we are going to see Angular. So before we start Angular, already I informed you, you need to install a Visual Studio Code, and I think so. Visual Studio Code should be there, and Node.js should be there. Angular. So before you start this one, so you should have a software. Angular. So Node.js latest elite and Visual. So Visual Studio Code should have been installed by this time. So if you didn't install, let me know. So these are the two things that should be there. Next, what we are going to do, right? So we are going to learn TypeScript. So TypeScript is a language. So when you go to Google, here type, if you type TypeScript, something. So here there is W3 school. Okay, here. When I click this one. So you should have gone through all this topic. Very important. This one. Okay, here. So the where statement, all the things. TypeScript module, for loop, class, union, interface. Same thing like Java and JavaScript. Variables in TypeScript. Variables in TypeScript. How to declare a variable. TypeScript is a language. So variable, switch statement, date. So for loop, hello world program. So go through all these things. So very, very important. Before you go, after this, after you learn this language, that is TypeScript language, probably you can go and create an Angular project. So in Java, we created project. So in web application, we created project. Same way, create Angular project, CREAT, create. Create Angular project with routing or without routing, not an issue. So here, using Angular routes, ng prefix. So here, create a sample application. So in Java, we created web application. You know how to create a web application. You know how to create Maven application, Spring Boot application. Same way, you can create a Java application, sorry, Angular application by using this command. ng new. So before that, using the Angular CLI, you should install Angular CLI. Using this Angular CLI, create a new application, Angular route sample. This application will have two components. Okay, so okay. First, we will see. Can you all? We will all go to command prompt. I have a command prompt here. I think so. If you type command command, command, so command prompt. Okay. So let me go to C:. So CD Java FSD training. Let me create one folder. So by using here also we can create a folder mkdir. Either you can use your mouse and create there, or else you create here also DOS command. Create ANG. Now I am going to that folder. Angular project. Okay. So dir. So there is nothing here. So I'm going to create a project. So we know how to create a project in Eclipse. Same way here we are going to create a project. So this is a ng is a command. Before that, see whether node is installed. Node node -v. See here, my version, node version installed is 16.13.1. Version 16.13.1. npm is like Maven. There we have Maven, right? Same here, node package manager, npm, node package manager. Click this one and see what is the version you have. npm is in 8.1.2. So if you install Node.js, automatically npm, like Maven is a tool, npm is a tool, node package manager is a tool, which will get installed automatically. So now you know what is the node version that we are using, and anything you can use, and this is an npm. So if you have both things installed, then you can see whether Angular CLI is installed or not. So these are the three things, right? So TypeScript, then check whether Node.js installed. Otherwise, install it. If you go to Google and type Node.js installation, you will get. Then what else you need? See npm version. So what is the command? node -v. So npm -v. So these are the commands to check whether Node.js is installed and the npm is installed. If it is there, Angular CLI, you will see Angular, install Angular CLI. Install Angular CLI on Windows. So install Angular CLI. So how will you install Angular CLI? You can do something like this. So this is an official Angular site. So to install Angular CLI, this is the command. Installing Angular CLI. So installing Angular. So once you install Angular CLI, probably you can use this one, ng help, ng generation help, ng new, my first project, leave this one. So once you install Angular CLI, npm install, so then we can generate something like create a new application, ng new, and your application name. So I'm going to give Angular CLI, how to create a project, create a sample application. So here, creating a sample application in Angular, create Angular, create Angular sample application. Okay, what is the command? Ng new. You can give any command here. So I'm going to create an application, Angular CORECORE BANKING app. So this is the name I'm going to use, core banking app. So ng is a command and new space and your project name. So when you give here, this, and you give here, so what is the problem here? Ng is not recognized as internal or external command. Okay, so NG is not okay. Angular CLI. So what I do is let me install this Angular CLI. So what is the problem here? NG new core banking npm install. It's installing, right? It is installing. So see here, Angular CLI is installing. If you see what is Angular CLI, so what is Angular CLI here? An Angular CLI is a command line interface tool that you utilize to develop, scaffold, and maintain Angular application directly from the command shell. So this is the use. So now you know what are things that we need to do. So install Node.js, install Visual Studio Code, and learn TypeScript. Check whether Node.js and npm are installed. So this is the command. And after that, I'm installing Angular CLI. It's a command tool. So this is how you create a project. ng new any project name. See here, it is installed. So now what I do now, I create project. So what is the command to create an Angular project? ng new. ng new anything. So HRMS app, any name. So my project name is HRMS. So what is the problem? Would you like to see? It's asking. So it's asking, would you like to use a routing? So there is a concept called routing. It is asking yes, give yes, type Y and enter. So here it's asking whether to use CSS or some other thing. Yeah, use CSS, enter. See, now it is creating the project. Now it is creating project. What is our project name? HRMS APP. So it takes some time to complete. Yeah, my project is successfully created. So where my project is created, it is created in Java training FSD Angular project. Let me go here and see Angular project. See HRMS app. When I click here, see these are all the things that is generated. SRC. Inside that you create all the files that you want to create. And this one is like a lib. In Java, we have all the jar files, right? Same way here, you have all the other dependent files. So all the things are here. And here there is package.json. See package.json file. This is the configuration file. So for a Spring Boot application, application.property is the configuration file. For Java web application, web.xml is the configuration file. Same way for Angular application, package.json is the configuration file. So now we created project. We will import this project into our tool. So we are not going to use STS. So we are going to use Visual Studio Code. Already I installed Visual Studio Code in my system. So let me search whether See here, Visual Studio Code already I installed. If you install, then you will have either you can go here or search Visual Visual Studio Code. Then you get something. This is a tool. Before we use STS, right? Same way here we are using this tool. Let me close all these things. Close all. This tool is like STS, which we used to develop our Spring Boot application, right? STS, same way. So we are going to use Visual Studio Code in order to develop Angular or React application. So go to File, open folder, and just Angular, right? Angular project. This one, and this is our project. Choose this one, select folder. Okay, yes, I trust the author. All futures. Okay. See here, the project is imported here. Close this one. The project is imported here. SRC is there, and package.json is there. This is the configuration file. So anyway, I will explain. Just have an idea about what is this configuration file is all about. Okay. So here it is using 13.2.0 version. Dependency, dev-kit, compiler, Jasmine, Node, Core, Karma. So anyway, you will have an idea about all these things. So you know what is now package.json. And here SRC, see here, SRC. In SRC, so the same way there we have SRC and we have a number of packages. So here also you see the folders. So in this main thing is index.html and main.ts, Karma, main.ts, app. When you go to app, module.ts, see this module. These are all the things that we are going to see now. What is all these things? So before that, we created project. Now there is a command in order to build the project and deploy in our Node.js. Node.js is the server. Node.js is the server. In when we were using Java, we deploy our application to a Tomcat server. So Java application can be deployed to a Tomcat, Apache Tomcat container. So here we are going to develop our project, this project to Node.js. So Node.js is a server which can run a JavaScript program. Node.js is a server which can run JavaScript program. See what is Node.js? You can see what is Node.js. See what is Node.js server. So let me type here Node.js server. See, Node.js provide capability to create your own web server, which will handle HTTP requests asynchronously. We can also use IISS or Apache to run Node.js web application, but it is recommended to use Node.js. Node.js. Know how to create a Node HTTP server. Leave this. Does Node.js requires a server? Leave all the Node.js is a web server. See, this is the right one. Node.js is a web server. The HTTP model can create an HTTP server that listens to server port and gives the response back. Okay, now you can go there and read what is Node.js. See here, you can read Node.js. Home to Node.js, introduction to Node.js, Node.js getting started, module, HTTP module, file, URL. Just try to learn a little bit, you will get some idea. Integrating from Node, we can connect to either any database, either MongoDB or a PLSQL or SQL, MySQL, anything you can connect. So Node.js, okay. Okay, anyway, try to read this one. Probably you should be able to read by this time. Okay, so now what is our idea now? We have created a project and we want to deploy this project to our Node.js server. So in order to do that, there is a command. So there is a command. There is a command here. When you go here, Angular CLI, basic flow, new ng serve. So now what is the ng serve will do here? So now you created a project, then go to the project. What is the project that we created? So here we created the project, ng component, leave this one. As of now, go with this one. So this is the command we issue, which creates a project. Go to the project. What is the project we created? HRMS app, right? So here cd hr. Okay, now I am inside the project. Okay, so now I am in the project HRMS app. So now what I can start the server ng serve sc or v serve. Let me do this one. So Angular live server is, so now the Angular server is started at 4200. So what does ng serve do? Ng scrve. So what does this ng serve do? Here ng serve. In your browser, it will open at 4200 if it is. So when you use ng serve command to build an application and serve it locally, the server automatically rebuilds the application and reload the page when you change any of the source file. So now our application is deployed to our Node.js and it is listening on port 4200. So go to ng serve. So this is the command that you need to give. Node.js server start. So to do this, what is the command? ng serve. Okay, when you do this one, so I got something like this. So local, so it is started and our application is deployed to localhost 4200. Let me go to my browser. See here. So this is the application that is started. HRMS, see here, HRMS app is running. So this is the first page. So how come we get this page? How come we get this page? Go here, see what is index.html. So if you see index.html, see here there is an app root. We'll see what is an app root. So here, see if you see in the app, when you expand this one, I get app routing module, app component.css, app html.css, and specification.ts, app component.ts, HRMS, see here, HRMS, and apple module.js, TS. So let me open this one. I'm going to give here CITICT HRMS PORTAL portal. So I am changing the file. Which file? App component.ts. I am changing title. I am giving city HRMS portal. Okay. So go here. See here, city HRMS portal. City HRMS portal. HTML. See here, this is the line. Control X. Let me remove all the things. Control C, Control A. I removed all the things. Where In app.component, I removed all the things. So here title app is running. Not I'll remove this one. Span or paragraph or H1. Okay, so what I made here, I changed app.html, app.component.html. So we'll see what is the output. See here, City HRMS portal, Citibank HRMS portal. So now, when I change this one, app component.html, here Citibank, Control S, and here is a component, and this HTML. HTML maybe center, we will see after that. See here, Citibank HRMS portal. So how come this page got displayed? If you see here, so this is here, when you start your server, first it will come and see whether what is main.ts. Is that, see here, main.ts. So your application flow comes here, and there is something called app module. See here, app module. See, this one is app module. So now your bootstrap module is app module. There can be n number of package in your Java application. Same way, there can be n number of module in a Angular application. N number of modules. We will see how to create module and all. As of now, think that there can be n number of modules in our Angular application. Okay. So now what is the first step? Leave all those things. First come to main.tss. There is something app module. Leave this one. Go here. So here, see app.module. App.module name. The same name appears here. See here, app.module. App.module. So in the app.module, see here, bootstrap. App component. App component. So here you have an app component here. See here, app component. So here you have Citibank. So for this component, what is HTML it is using? See here, app component.html. App component.html. See app component.html. So that's why you are getting this page. That's why you are getting this page. So if I feel okay. See, welcome to Citibank HRMS portal. So that's how your first page got displayed. How does your first page got displayed? First, it will come and consult main.ts. So in main.ts, which is bootstrap module, okay, app module, then it goes to this app module, app.module.ts. So then it sees app.module with a bootstrap component. So package contains a number of class, right? Like main class, something like that in Java. Same way, app component. So if you see here, app.component.ts, so app component. So here, this one, and it is say getting this HTML and displaying in the screen. So this HTML is getting all the value from the component. So this is HTML. So this is getting the value from the component. So this is the, so now you have two things. One is HTML, another one is component. So module is different. So index.html, see index.html, you informed app is app root. So now you are going to come here and you are going to see what is app root module component.ts, this app root. So what is the information that you are giving in index.html? You want to run the component called app root. You want to run the component called app root. So here it comes. This is component, see add component, selector, template URL, style, app component. This is the one you want to display. So it's displaying this HTML. Now you got an idea how does your first page got displayed in the screen. All the things are available in the Google. So now you got an idea how to create a project. So how to deploy your project to Node.js. So how to view your page in the browser, 4200. Then how does you are getting this display? How does you are getting this display? So how does we are getting this display? So it is in index.html app root. So here there is an app root component. So this app root and this component is getting displayed and this HTML is displayed. So this is how it got displayed. I think so you people have got some idea about how to create an Angular project. Same way we created a Java project, we created Java web application, then we created a Spring Boot project. Same way here we created Angular project, and after that we could be able to start the server and deploy the project to the server, and we could be able to see the output in the browser, and I could be able to see how does I am getting the first page got displayed from where no by combination of if you understand what is main.ts, index.html, app module.ts, app module component.ts, and this one HTML. So now you got some idea about how to come up to here. So any doubt that you are having as of now? Okay. So here it's Angular CLI, right? This is an Angular CLI. Angular CLI, Node.js, Angular CLI, how to generate. So already we have a component. You can generate already the component. First component is generated by Angular on its own, app component. So if you want to develop another one component, then what you can do is you can use this one, ng generate component and component name. How to create a new component, you can create a new component. Say for example, I'm going to create a component called create a component. So I'm going to create a component. Already there is a component. So component contains both HTML and also the code related to the dynamic content to the HTML. So create a copy content ng, create a component, ng generate component. I'm going to create employee. So let me create one component called employee. Okay, so let me go here. Let me go here and create one component. So either you can use this one or else go here, terminal, new terminal. See here, ng generate component employee. I'm going to create a component called employee. Let me click enter. So what is the problem here? So cannot be because running script is disabled on the system. For more information, see this one, ng generate component employee. So here you couldn't able to do this, whereas here you do this one, here you can do this one. So here COMM command prompt. So where is this one? cd dot dot cd dot dot cd Java and approach cd hrms apple. So let me generate one component. Let me click here. See, HTML is created. This is a test file. I will let you know what is this test file. Component .ts is the component, TypeScript. component is created, CSS is created, and a module is created. So I created a module called employee. I created a module called employee. So not only component, it creates the entire ng generate component employee. So let me go here, Visual Studio Code, refresh. See this one, refresh. See, an employee is created. Employee, another one module called employee is created. CS, HTML, employee works here. So here, employee component, routing, leave that routing, employee. So here, employee, right? Employee HTML, CSS, routing, leave this one. App module, when you go here, so updated. See here, it created one HTML, CSS, TS, and a component. So it is created app.module.js. Okay, anyway. So now, what is the thing that if you go here, employee.component.ts, if you go here, so what is the tag that we are going to use? This one, HTML. In HTML, there are a lot of tags, right? P tag, A tag, same way. Now it created a tag called app employee. App employee. So there is nothing here. This is a class, export to class, implement on in it. This is a constructor, ng on in it, leave it as of now. There is nothing here. So what is HTML it is using? Employee component.html. Employee component. Here, employee management. Employee management, Control S. So now let me go to my screen. So where is employee management? So we need to, that's a different HTML, right? So if you want that to be displayed in app component.html, let's okay. So I added this tag here, and we will see what is the output that we are getting. See here, employee management. I created another one component. I am displaying that component in the I'm displaying that component in the app component.html. So app component.html is here, and when I add this tag, so it comes and it get displayed here. Okay. So now you know how to call other component from this component. So we are in which component? App component.ts. So here it is app component.html. So from this file, from this app component.html, I'm calling this tag, which is in this one here. See, employee management. Suppose if you are going to have one product, okay. So I'm going to have here, I have one variable called product. Let me go to my employee component.ts. So here, let me declare one variable. How to declare a variable? See here, title, something. Title product here. Here we have product, available product. Available product are holidays, available holidays. So available government holidays, controllers. So let me go to employee component here, equal to 12, 12 holidays. 12 holidays. I go here. Let me okay. What I did, I declared one variable in the component. This is a component, employee component. We call it as a component, export, class. We'll see what is all these things implement. So here I declared one variable. So whatever the variable that I declare here or the logic, I can use it in the HTML. So in HTML, how will you retrieve the value? So if you want to retrieve the value, then we have to use double quotes. Probably we will start learning all those things. As of now, I have an idea. See double quotes. I'm referring the variable. And if I see here, 12 government holidays for 2022. So now what are the main things that you understood? So there is HTML, there is a TS file. This is a component file, employee.ts. Same way in app also. So there is a component and there is an HTML. So from where HTML will take the value only from the component, its component. So every component has an HTML. So here there is a component, app component. It is having an associate HTML. And here is an employee component, have an associate HTML. So now you know there is a module, there is a component, and there is an HTML. Okay, so now you got some idea about what is component, what is HTML. You can start learning from here. You have all the things over here. TypeScript, Angular. If you see Angular, getting started to Angular guide, overview, form, routing. Maybe here if it is a little bit confusing, if you see here Angular. So Angular tutorial, Java T point, Angular 7 array. So more or less all are same. No need to worry about that. Angular 11 tutorial, anything you can use it. So maybe I go here. Let me click this one. Okay, introduction, future, version, bootstrap, directive, data binding. Where is a component? Angular 7 component. Okay, here you can see the component. Maybe you can read this one, or I'll give the content where you can read. Okay, so you can use this one, angularteacher.com. So install Angular, create Angular application, Angular component, Angular template, event binding, two-way data binding, interpolation. So you can use this one to read all the things. Angular component, see here Angular component is equal to HTML template plus class component plus component metadata. So this is the thing, right? So read this one, you will get. So this is the thing. There you have all other things which you can read. Bootstrapping, what is bootstrapping? Index.html, declaring a component. See ng module here. Where is ng module here? in this one, ng module. Anyway, so you can read up to here, and there is a template. This is a template, how to read the value from template between these things. Anyway, tomorrow, event binding. Tomorrow we are going to see template, event binding, two-way data binding, interpolation. Now, what you need to do, right? You need to come up to this level. You can use this one. You have to come up to this level. So up to this level and see and read this one. Up to this you can read. Up to this people can read. So how to create a project, installing Node.js, installing Visual Studio Code. So now I will chat. Where is chat? Chat. Anyway, I will send this to Angular, not Angular, Angular project. Angular project. Angular project. Go back. So this one is Angular document. I send this document in the chat. Download this one. Anyway, I'll put to Git also. Tomorrow I'll put that one. So in the chat, I send the things file, which is this file. So what you need to install is Visual Studio Code, Node.js, then learn TypeScript, check the Node version that is installed, npm, then install Angular CLI, then create Angular project, then issue this command in order to deploy the project, then see the output. And you can import the project to the tool and see. And after that, I created one component. So then also I invoke that component from some other HTML. So these are all the things I shown you up to here. And you have in this tutorial teacher, you have enough document to learn. Start from here. So Angular tutorial, prerequisite, install Angular, how to install Angular. See, all the things are here. NPM version, installing an Angular CLI. So all the things are here. Visual Studio Code, which we are going to use. Then creating app, creating application, then component, template, event binding. That is when you click. So you can just start exploring all these things little bit. You'll get some idea up to here. Up to here. So tomorrow we have a lot of things to learn up to tomorrow. So go through all these things and make sure that you all have this application ready, so that tomorrow we are going to see event binding, two-way binding, component to component interaction. So all the things we'll see in what tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll give a document also. Anyway, I upload this video to YouTube and I'll send it in the afternoon. So now we started Angular, start learning this. So hereafter you should be able to learn on your own. So by getting some minimal information. So any other question that you want to ask now? Okay. So now you got, yeah.
No questions, sir. Just we will see your video and then we will complete the up to this level, and then any doubts we will ask.
Okay. So all complete up to this level, very important. Try to do this one. So, okay. So if there is anything, you can ping me. Tomorrow we can meet at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock. I will ping accordingly. We'll see. Okay. Thanks for your time.